Hello people, welcome to the NFT Nuggets YouTube channel. I was isolated and home during Omicron's anger in the early days of 2021 and in need of human interaction. Additionally, as other homebound individuals saw thrills by making purchases, something known as NFTs sprang into existence. As the two things came together, I found myself fielding several calls from folks who wanted to tell me how amazing NFTs were. I would have made a lot of money if I had listened to them, but that has never been my game. Being a crypto skeptic, from the beginning, I was surprised by a handful of the things I kept hearing. One was that contracts would never again be subject to dispute since a blockchain provided a secure home for them. A secure residence is also a fireproof filing cabinet for sure. If you want more NFT content, Nugget lover, subscribe to the NFT Nuggets YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. The idea was that the blockchain would hold contracts and royalty payments, so that when an also collectible NFT was purchased, the original artist would get a royalty, generally 5 to 10% paid by the reseller. This is a touchy problem in the art world, with royalties rarely being paid even when art goes up in value and gets sold. So the concept that this would be enforceable on the blockchain was an enticing one, and just about the only positive thing I could see about the whole frenzy. Well, let's fast forward to the end of 2022. Crypto itself has cratered, and Reuters reports that NFT sales are down 99%, and suddenly we are reading headlines like these. The OG streetwear designer fighting for NFT creator royalties. Crypto winter is here, and NFT artist royalties are under threat. And OpenSea again changes course on NFT royalties after more creator pushback. If you are listening to this and can still hold your mobile phone while you roll on the floor in a fit of I told you so laughter, here is more information on how NFT royalties were never assured. As sales plummeted, NFT markets have been progressively ignoring artist payments, as Brady Dale at Axis revealed about a month ago. And despite what everyone was telling me 2 years ago, it turns out royalties were never truly written into the blockchain. As Brady writes, a part of the popular narrative around NFTs was that royalties were built into the operation of the blockchain. This was never true. He added, the documentation of each NFT simply requests a royalty, and until very recently, most marketplaces just honor that request. Anecdotally, NFT creators have also been asking for more and more lately, putting more and more pressure on marketplaces to drop all royalties. Honor the request, that is, but I believe the blockchain to be immutable law that lasts forever. It would take care of everything. Then prepare oatmeal for breakfast, I was told. But as NFTs costs drop more, royalties are being less and less paid attention to. Two of the bigger NFT markets, Magic Eden and Looks Rare, have made royalties optional. The largest NFT marketplace, OpenSea, had been hesitating on the issue, but was forced to make an announcement after being pressured by creators. This included providing a mechanism to prevent sales from occurring on platforms that don't accept royalties. Devin Finzer, the CEO and co-founder of OpenSea, was shocked by the pushback from creators. Finzer told Decrypt that the company researched the industry and consulted creators before making its statement, and that it aimed to engage more of the NFT community in conversation. The degree of resistance, according to Finzer, surprised his team, which he ascribed to the ambiguity of how we were managing existing data. According to Finzer, our goal there was really to start a conversation with creators. And I think we really did, in many ways. A lot of people came out super active, wanting to tell us their perspective. In some ways, while it was a mixed reaction, it was actually a really healthy discussion. I'd like to reiterate, blockchain contracts do not automatically enforce royalty payments, despite what we've been promised repeatedly by people who believed NFTs were a revolution for artists. According to Art Newspaper, even though NFT creator fees are contracts, blockchain code could not actually enforce token transfer stipulations, rendering those contracts essentially voluntary by design. From an operational perspective, royalties were never guaranteed on the blockchain. Instead, the documentation of each NFT only requests a royalty, a procedure that platforms have previously honored in more favorable market conditions. To be fair, several NFT markets and cryptocurrencies are now paying greater attention to creator rights. After Ethereum and especially Solana, which has been ignoring creator fees as the market gets smaller and smaller, Cardano NFTs, a protocol that supports creators, has grown to become the third largest market. Tesla's a proof-of-stake based blockchain is generally thought to be more creator-friendly. Actually, I don't understand what I just typed either, so no. If the claim that NFTs will ensure resale royalties is untrue, then perhaps the claim that proof-of-stake blockchains require significantly less energy is also bunk. As I have also often stated, it appears that in the long term, NFTs gave artists the best chance to make outrageous sums of money while the market was booming. And I don't really care about people who choose to make money, unlike the online Calvinists who preach about how artists need to make money and then get upset when they do. Every time I heard the phrase gas fees during this entire farce, I kept wondering whether NFTs were nothing more than hot air. Regrettably, claims that art on the blockchain would ensure artists passive royalty payments have certainly shown to be nothing more than a bunch of garbage. The X2Y2 non-fungible token marketplace stopped charging royalties to users in late August. Instead of being compelled to pay a sum determined by the creator, customers would be given the option to choose the proportion they would want to provide to the artist. On most transactions, that percentage can be zero. According to X2Y2, in a tweet declaring the move to a royalty optional model, dominant aggregators intend to provide similar functionality in the imminent future. As such, X2Y2 would like to make sure we are ready and staying on top of market movements. The forecast made by X2Y2 was not far off. In fact, it could have been the first domino to fall. The Solana-based NFT marketplace, Magic Eden, said in October that it will follow suit by making creator royalties optional. The Ethereum-based platform Looks Rare followed Magic Eden, making royalties an optional step at checkout for those who still wish to pay them. A representative from Magic Eden said that while the decision to switch to a royalty optional model was difficult, the collector's need for low-fee NFT trades stands in contrast to the creator's need to receive royalty payments. In order to help creators in the new landscape, Looks Rare said that the marketplace will instead give creators and collection owners 25% of the money it receives. As the number of platforms eliminating their royalties requirements keeps expanding, it's causing contentious debates about how it will affect the creative economy that Web3 has supported. In the realm of NFTs, royalties are fees that authors receive on each secondary sale of their work. You may have heard that authors receive a portion of book sales as royalties, or that musicians receive royalties when their music is used or played outside of NFTs. However, resale royalties are not paid to traditional artists like painters. The benefits of an artist's work increasing in popularity and value have typically gone to collectors rather than artists. When an artist initially lists an NFT for sale, they often choose a royalty rate they wish customers to pay. Les Borsai, co-founder and chief strategy officer of fintech company Wave Financial, told CoinDesk that NFT royalties, which address some of the issues with the conventional art market that Web3 attempted to address, are once again in the spotlight as platforms do away with their royalty obligations. According to Borsai, artists have never received payments from the secondary markets. Platforms taking the royalty model away are taking some money out of the artists' pockets. The platforms are asking the artists to trust them in terms of artist payment allocation. But what is the formula? Where are the checks and balances? Not only creators will be impacted by the decision to make payments voluntary. Additionally, it is a factor in the declining trade volume. From August 26 to day X2Y2 announced it will make royalties optional to today. The volume X2Y2 has decreased from 11,540 F to 547 F, or $18,971,298 to $903,304, according to daily trading volume data from June analytics. Additionally, according to June statistics, Looks Rare trading's volume decreased from $7,004,141 to $5,447,802. Data from June shows that although Magic Eden's trade volume declined to a low of 56,556 sold, or $1,854,471 on October 14, the day it announced it would become royalty optional, it has defied the declining trend of the other markets giving up royalties. It has increased to 170,726 sold, or $5,688,590 as of this Friday. This increase can be attributed to a fresh drop from youths and demonstrates the ability of well-liked collection to boost trade activity. These drops in trading volume may be related to F's 60% decline since the start of the year, but purchasers' interest in these platforms that have foregone their creator payments seems to be declining independent of F's price. The main NFT marketplace OpenSea has not yet adopted optional royalties, and this might work in their favor. In comparison to these other markets, June says that its monthly trading volume dropped from $348,901,376 to $319,250,807 from September to October. Buying of NFTs included devoted collectors as well as quick-moving merchants looking to make a profit. The Layer 1 blockchain Celos NFT head, Mashayat Mutmanaya, told CoinDesk that the platform's decision to enable royalties is an effort to keep the latter category. The Web3 ethos of prosperity, equitable ownership, and autonomy for fair compensation that technologies like NFTs have given for artists is therefore being eliminated by the platforms. According to Mutmanaya, it shifts the focus away from creators, community building, and incentivizing co-contributors in pursuit of sales. This is backfiring as marketplaces attempt to retain buyers, but they should expect to lose creators and their respective communities. The Solana-based NFT marketplace exchange ART said on Wednesday that it is developing a royalties protection standard to assist artists in controlling where their assets are displayed across platforms, ensuring that customers pay them a portion of the sale price. Exchange.art or Exchange.art was initially developed as a platform to aid fine artists who battled with galleries skimming profits and not paying royalties for their work. It now seeks to provide the infrastructure necessary to preserve the Web3 ethos, which is being threatened by platforms that eliminate fees. MOOAR, or MOAR, an NFT marketplace with a commitment to ensuring creator royalties by imposing a range of optional payments to the author between 0.5% and 10%, was launched by Fine Satoshi Lab, famed for developing STEPN. On-chain implementations are another option to help with this problem, though. Co-founder of the Pastel Network blockchain, Anthony Georgiades, told CoinDesk that the company is actively looking for ways to assist users in understanding their royalties and incorporating them into their tokens through its producing Smart Mint, which enables users to implement royal standards into their smart contracts of their NFTs. Although he acknowledges the detrimental effects that the present market conditions have on these assets, he asserted that in the long run, developers may advance technology to prioritize royalties and maintain profits consistency across platforms. Georgiades stated, "It should be noted that this move away from royalties has to do with some of the existing technical challenges of managing and enforcing various royalty standards that exist today. In an effort to standardize royalties, which is at the core of the Web3 ethos that has sparked the emergence of NFTs, Producers may adopt creative strategies as they continue to feel the effects of platforms eliminating royalty obligations. Most NFT and gaming companies have so far escaped the worst of the repercussions, despite the fact that November has been a difficult month for many due to the crash of FTX resonating across the crypto ecosystem. NFT markets are still competing for market share despite the instability. In terms of sales volume and transactions, Blur has overtaken X2Y2, and Magic Eden's risk in doing away with royalties seems to have paid off. According to the block analysis, 15.4% of the cash from the top 45 NFT projects' mint income went to FTX. Yuga Labs received 94.9% of the sum, which it received through the Mutant Ape Yacht Club launch. The remaining items were from the Fanta Bear collection of Taiwan's music king Jay Chu. On November 9, Yuga Labs denied having money on FTX. 2 days later, it acknowledged using FTX US, but on the day denied having cash there. It removed 19,700 ETH from the exchange. Star Atlas did not fare as well. Around 50% of its wealth is currently stranded in FTX. Although it claimed to be searching for investors, it also announced the opening of 4 NFT mints for this month, offering ships for its next game at steep discounts. About 25% of Alameda and FTX Ventures' investment portfolio is related to NFTs and gaming. It made investments in a number of companies including Solana-based Metaplex, which later caught some personnel but claimed the move was unrelated to the demise of FTX. At the end of November, Frank, the creator of Dust Labs and its NFT collections, The Gods, Tubes, and Youths, was doxxed. He is actually 23-year-old Iruan Vora, a former UCLA student and Y Combinator fellow. He declared that he had made up his mind to maintain the name Frank since he loves it. A number of Solana NFT influencers self-modeled in solidarity in response to the discoveries, and it appears that this had a favorable effect on the floor pricing of the collections. According to statistics from Solana Floor, the God's floor price increased from 311.69 SOL, or that's $4,159 on November 29 to 382.69 SOL, or that's $5,414 on December 1. And that's it for this video, Nugget Lover. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and if you feel like we have delivered value, please share this video with one person. That's right, just one person, as a token of your appreciation for the hard work you put to making content that educates and helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. Remember, you can watch video after video, but it isn't until you actually take action that you will start to see results. See you soon.